I've spent the last few weeks of 2024 hiking and camping solo around the South Island of New Zealand. But on Christmas Day, my partner Daniel decided to come down and adventure with me. I only spent 10 days away from him, but he's my partner in crime and I was really starting to miss him. So it was really, really lovely for him to come down. The first place that I wanted to take him to was this spot in Arthur's Pass. This is my absolute favorite campsite in probably all of New Zealand. We arrived somewhat later in the afternoon and Daniel found us this incredible hike to do. We thought it would maybe take us 2 or 3 hours to complete, but it ended up taking closer to 4 or 5 hours to go up and then back down again. Because we arrived later in the afternoon and started hiking later in the day, we were up here pretty much towards sunset and the light was just so beautiful. The views at the top were absolutely insane. Just every single direction that you looked, there was something awe-inspiring to gaze at. We spent maybe 30 minutes up at the top just frolicking around and eating snacks, and then we decided to head back down to camp. This trip was just a really great reminder for me that I don't have to wait until I can do big, long trips like this one, and how important it actually is for me to sprinkle adventure and play and these moments of creating joyful memories just all through my life and all through the year. Last year, I felt like I was really heavily in the process of healing and dismantling and dislodging a lot of subconscious limiting beliefs that I had about myself, and the work felt really heavy and tiresome. This trip just was this reminder of like, hey, life doesn't always have to be so dense and you can actually sprinkle these little moments of adventure and play in all throughout the year. You don't have to wait to be able to do a month-long stint, but instead, perhaps you can find ways to make this joy more accessible and sustainable for yourself, and to go on smaller little adventures all throughout the year to keep igniting this sense of joy and curiosity within you. I have a few little New Year's Eve rituals and ceremonies that I like to do. This one, I just journal out a little letter of appreciation to the version of myself from this year. It's almost like saying an ode and a thank you to her, and then a gentle goodbye. On New Year's Eve day, we drove about 8 hours from Christchurch down to Mt Aspiring National Park, which is in the Otago region of the South Island, just to the side of Wanaka. We drove down the horrendous gravel road to get there with multiple fjords and river crossings. This was a really stressful drive, but once we landed there, we arrived at the car park to the trailhead of Mt Aspiring and just set up camp and stayed there for the night.
Hi friends, we're taking a little sit break. We've been walking for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours or so. We are down in Wanaka. We drove down yesterday. We are in Mount Aspiring and it's so pretty. It's like the most beautiful day. We woke up to like clear skies. Oh, I'm not used to wearing a pack and I'm getting so sweaty. I feel like you're actually doing better than me because you've had practice wearing some resistance. You've been carrying our day packs for the last couple of walks we've been doing, but I've been going just free balling. And so now with any kind of extra weight on me, I'm like dying. But we're maybe like 15 minutes out from the first hut and we'll continue strolling over there and then see if we want to pitch camp, or we might just take like a little rest. Might be nice just to find somewhere a little bit more private down in the valley. So yeah, in the mountains. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day today. It's the 1st of January 2025. We have set up camp and we've just got like the most incredible, insane views like in every direction. This direction, we've got the beautiful mountain. Over here, we have these glacial waterfalls, which we actually went and walked up to one when we got here, and it was just the most insane thing. It's like this glacial ice in the shape of like an archway framing the waterfall. It was absolutely incredible, and of course we had a little swim at the top, which was super nice. We set up our tent and then we're just like having some snacks in the tent, and then went down to the other river down this end and went for a final little swim for the evening. And now we're back and we've just got one of these backcountry cuisine meals, just a vegetarian stir fry, souping away in its broth at the moment, and that's going to be our dinner for tonight. But yeah, finally in some shade. The sun's gone behind the mountain, so it feels really nice to be sitting in some cooler temperatures because it's just been so hot all day. I think we've swum 1, 2, 3 times today, just constantly cooling off and washing off the sweat. But yeah, we're probably just going to eat this and then hop into bed and just chill, cuddle, sleep, wake up early, and explore some more of Mount Aspiring. On day 2 of our adventure, went to one of the other waterfalls that was near camp this morning for our morning coffee, and then got back to the tent, packed everything up. We are leaving the tent and everything back there so that for this ascend that we have to do up to the French Ridge Hut, we can do relatively weightless. So we've just got Daniel's pack loaded up with some snacks, so it feels quite nice and liberating, at least for me, because I don't have a pack on. Old Daniel missioning it up with all of our gear. Legend. This forest is so super pretty. Alright, back to it. Officially started on the ascent to the French Ridge Hut, and this is what we are greeted with in the first 2 minutes. So it's going to be a lot of uphill. It's about 3 kilometers and it approximately takes 3 hours, which just sounds terrifying. So I might not get a whole lot of footage. I might just see you at the top depending on how this goes, because honestly, CBF walking back to get the camera after doing this. You're doing great, babe. Nice.
Up on that ridge over there.
Yeah, must be. Greetings from the top of the French Ridge. We made it to the French Ridge hut. Oh my gosh, my little legs are so tired. That was the most brutal hike I think I've ever done. It was just like complete like vertical climb up roots and rocks and like literally at times like bouldering, like borderline bouldering in moments, and just like relentless like that for like 3 hours. We managed to do it in like maybe 2 hours and 50 minutes I think we did it in, which isn't too bad considering we were like stopping quite a lot, like we were going really slow. But look at this, it's just unreal. I think you can see, I've passed over another ridge because Daniel's beckoning me. We've discarded all of our clothes and bags at the hut. We took our shoes off and everything, so now I'm walking with the dogs out, walking with my feet out up this hill to go find Daniel to get some photos and videos of the views. I can't even talk. Oh my god, this is so pretty though.